going on, but I don't have the option to upload a video, so I don't know if YouTube made it so that I can't upload videos anymore, or what's going on. Maybe it will resolve, maybe it won't, but I was gonna record a video and just upload it like normal, but since live is the only thing it'll let me do, I'm just gonna do it here. But I have something I want to show you. I'll give you the backstory. So real quickly, I started following Barbara O'Neill back in April of 2019. A friend had shared a video that she had found Barbara doing a lecture on the benefits of salt, and I just found Barbara's demeanor and her practicality very intriguing. And long story short, I ended up going to one of her health retreats here in the US that she helped to mentor, Eden Valley and Loveland, Colorado. It would have been that year, actually, 2019. And so I've studied her and learned a lot from her over the course of several years now. I got to meet her 2 years ago. I can't remember how long it's been, but she came to Texas, to Grand Prairie, Texas, and I made sure that I was there so that I could be in person for a lecture, because I'd always really, really wanted to be in person with her and go to one of her lectures. So I was able to do that. And while we were there, my husband was with me, and I had asked Barbara about her Sitz bath that she has at the health retreat in Australia at Misty Mountain. And so she told my husband, if you WhatsApp me, I'll send you the design of the Sitz bath that they have there, which is like a wooden built, and then they had stainless steel tubs, and they've got like plumbing connected to it. So, you know, they have the retreat center, and so for the people that come to the retreat center, that's what they have for them. And so she and my husband had communicated on WhatsApp so that she could send him the example of that. Well, my husband's not, like, he didn't bug her, he thanked her, and that was that. And so he gained her favor. And with what I have going on now, I already know that Barbara recommends hydrotherapy, contrast therapy, for, you know, things that you're dealing with your pelvic region. And, you know, I'm dealing with things in my pelvic region, even the kidneys. Like, she would recommend Sitz baths for kidneys. And so in her book, Sustain Me, I'm going to show you here, she's got a whole chapter on the contrast bath therapy. So you see the hot and the cold water, and you do it 3 times. You always start with the hot, you always end on the cold. 3 minutes hot, 30 seconds cold. And I'm talking hot, and then, you know, you do the ice cold, and you have to keep putting the ice back in it because you want to keep it super cold. And it gets easier the first time when you start in the hot. It's hot, you want it hot. But then you do the cold for 30 seconds, and by the time you go back to the hot, you can tolerate a little bit hotter. So anyways, that's the contrast therapy. That's the point of the Sitz bath, is you start in the hot water, then you go to the cold. And, you know, in her book, she details how this helps, and how to do it. And so then this is the example of doing the Sitz bath. She's got an example of just doing the feet there. But essentially this is what you'll want to do. And she's got here, it helps with the bowels, which is something that I'm dealing with, the uterus, prostate, kidneys, and bladder. So there you go, like your pelvic region, and your lower abdominal area. And so, such a beautiful book. If you don't have this book, every home should have this as a resource. Anyhow, I gotta show you what my handy husband made me. Watch this. I know, it just looks like 2 sinks with some pool noodles around it, but this was our best, most economical way to get our own Sitz bath together. I've used dish tubs in the past, and that is not fun. I am 5'7". To get down on the ground, to sit my rear end in one of those dish tubs was not comfortable. So with this, I can comfortably, sit back in it. And it's literally 2 stainless steel sinks. He didn't want me in plastic. Obviously, we don't have any hardware, so the holes are visible there. But he sealed the drains, made sure that the drains are fully functional, tested them last night. And then my husband's a carpenter by trade, so much more skilled than that. But then he put in the supports with 2x4s there. And then on the side there. So this is what he made. And like, I'll show you. So I'm going to sit down in it. And I mean, I don't know if you can see, but how easy is that? I mean, my legs fit comfortably over it. My bottom is, if you can see, it's down enough that it's getting to where it needs to go. I mean, the water's going to come up to about right here. So it's getting, those areas. And then I'll just be able to sit up and go into the other one to do the contrast. So hot, cold, and then 30 seconds, get up again. We'll get a little bit better at that. But then, do the hot again for 3 minutes. And then after the 3 minutes of that, we'll go back in here, do the ice cold, 30 seconds. And then you do one more, 3 minutes in the hot, and then you finish with 30 seconds in the cold. And so what Barbara told my husband is I need to be doing it twice a day. And so now that this is finished, we're going to be adding that to my home care plan. So we're trying to do everything we possibly can from home. And I'm so grateful that Barbara's willing to help my husband help me by coaching him on, what she would advise me to do if I was at one of her centers. So anyhow, I was just super excited to be able to share that because I'm super proud of my husband, and I'm super grateful that he's so handy and that we have now this setup that we can comfortably do my sitz baths at home. And hopefully it's going to help healing take place that much quicker, that much more efficiently. And so again, if you do not have Sustain Me, you need this for your home. And if anybody has any questions or comments, let me know. But he's going to have to put that pool noodle back on for me because I could not get it on. But I love that color coral, so it just gives me this happy feeling. And yeah, there it is. All right. Thanks, y'all.